Hello everyone, welcome back to Angelo Business Solutions. If you are new to this channel, my name is Angelo and I create videos about business intelligence, data analytics, and Power BI. And our previous videos, we learn what business intelligence is, explore the Power BI welcome screen, and became familiar with the Power BI interface. So today is where the fun begins. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your first report in Power BI from scratch. And by the end of this tutorial, you know how to build KPI cards, charts, slicer to create a simple interactive report. So let's get started. So every dashboard start with data. So import your data, go to the home tab and click data. So Power BI support many different data sources. So including Excel, SQL Server, and CSV file, SharePoint, and many more. So for this tutorial, I will use CSV files. Pilitin nyo lang to, get data, and so I will choose text or CSV, and lalabas to. Wait, loading. I have a sample of data here. So opening the file, Power BI will display a preview of your table. So next, just wait, connecting to the data. Wait. After opening the file, Power BI will display a preview of your tables. So if your data is already clean, simply click load. And if your data contains blank rows, uh, duplicate values, or incorrect formatting, click transform data instead. So this opens Power Query. So where you can clean and prepare your data before loading it into Power BI. So okay, before we're going to proceed, gusto kong explain sa inyo kung ano nga ba ang Power Query. So ang Power Query, dito tayo naglilinis ng data, nagtatransform ng data, nag-rename ng columns, parang kumbaga dito natin hinahanda yung data before natin lalagay sa Power BI bago tayo gagawa ng report. Because kahit na napakaganda ng dashboard mo, kung magulo yung data mo, hindi yan mag-work. Because Power BI developer is hindi siya hindi yan about sa paggawa ng magandang dashboard. Ang ginagawa natin is magbigay ng insight sa mga businesses. Power Query is one of the most important creating a business report. So, tandaan nyo yan. Power Query is the tools that we use to transform data, clean data, remove duplicate values, and blank rows. So, okay, let's proceed. Before building a report, it is important to understand the data you're working with. So in my data set, I have how many tables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tables. So we have quantity, revenue, date, customer name, region, product name, and sales ID. Load the data since malinis na naman to. Wala nang kailangan pang baguhin dito. Pero if yung data nyo is magulo, kailangan nyo talagang linisin yan gamit ang Power Query tools. So yan talaga yung, kumbaga, dyan tayo nahihirapan sa pag ang data na binigay sa inyo is napakagulo at kailangan linisin talaga. So okay, so let's load the data. So wait lang, loading. So as you can see, so if titingnan dito sa right side sa inyong data pane, so may data na dito. Ito yung niload natin. So okay, so since we have already the data, now let's create our first visualization on the right side of your screen. So like click the card visual. This one. So yeah, this one. If nakita nyo to, itong sign na may kidlat and 1, 2, 3 na sign. Pidutin nyo lang yan. So, ito na yon. Think of it. If you are the CEO of the company, ano sa tingin nyo ang unang titingnan nyo pagkagising nyo sa umaga? Diba? So, for me, the revenue. Since the revenue show the performance of the company. So, dito natin nakikita kung okay pa ba yung takbo ng company or pabagsak na ba. So, yep. So, gagawa tayo ng KPI. Ganoon lang kabilis. Wait. Wait. So, as you can see, in your data pane, so makita nyo yung revenue. So, click nyo lang yan at i-drag nyo sa value. And, ito na yun. Sum of the revenue. 500,093K. So, ito yung unang titingnan ng CEO. Since kailangan nating i-monitor yung business natin, yung performance ng business natin, kung malakas ba yung benta, pabagsak na ba yung company. That's why, napaka-importante ng KPI card sa business. Drag nyo yung revenue and this is it. So, this is the total revenue of the company. So, 500,093K. Power BI automatically calculates the total revenue. So, kita nyo naman. So, pag drag ko ng revenue, automatic na siyang lumalabas. So, now, let's compare the revenue by product. So, click the clustered bar chart. So, this one. This one. So, sa inyong data pane, so makikita nyo dito yung product name. So, click nyo lang yan and drag sa data. Y-axis. Drag nyo yun yung revenue at ilagay nyo ito sa Y-axis. Yan. So, as you can see, so this is the, takin natin. So, as you can see, so now, we can easily compare which product generate the highest revenue. Bakit nga ba natin kailangan i-compare which product generate the highest revenues? So, may mga client tayo from Amazon, mga dropshippers. So, sa dropshipping, so, if familiar kayo dyan, so, maraming product dyan na pwede nyong ibenta. And, ang ginagawa ng, mga client natin is nagbibenta sila ng mga product, na kung anong product, kaya nag-hire sila ng mga Power BI developers or business intelligence analysis para malaman nila kung ano nga ba ang pinakamalakas na product ngayong month. So, ito yung ginagawa natin. Bakit tayo gumagawa ng report? Ito yung dahilan. Kaya gusto nilang makita ang performance ng business nila. Matapos na natin yung report at pagtingin ng client natin, so alam na nila kung saan sila na product dapat mag-invest at saan sila kailangan dapat gumawa ng marketing. So, nag-gets nyo? For example, so, ito yung performance ng revenue natin this month. So, sa West, yung pinakamataas. And sa North, yung pinakamababa. So, sa tingin nyo, saan tayo mag-i-invest para sa marketing? Diba? Dapat ba sa West kasi mataas yung revenue and may potential siya? Or sa North na ba pinakamababa? For example, so gumawa ako dito. So, wait. So, North, West, South. North and South lang. North. North and West lang. So, nakikita nyo, si West, yung pinakamalaking revenue. And si North yan. North, ano? So, nakikita nyo, si West yung pinakamalaking revenue. So, meron siyang 200K revenue. And si North is may 50K lang. So, sa tingin nyo, saan nga ba dapat mag-invest si client? So, ito yan. Ganito yan. So, um, before kayo mag-decide, tingnan nyo muna yung data. So, dapat sa data talaga tayo nagbe-base before tayo gagawa ng decision sa business. Since the data tell us kung ano nga ba ang performance ng businesses. Business natin. So, for me, if mag-i-invest tayo dito sa West, 'di ba? For example, may 200k budget si client for marketing. So, kung mag-i-invest tayo sa West, iubos natin yung 200k para sa marketing sa West. Kasi nga, may potential si West, di ba? May potential siya. Kasi siya yung pinakamalaking revenue. So, kung mag-i-invest pa tayo kay West, invest tayo ng stock, and lahat-lahat na. So, there is marketing like that. So, there is possible na mas malalaki pa yung ang revenue ni West. Since may potential nga siya, since siya yung pinakamalaking revenue. But ganito yan, if magdi-depend ang company sa isang region, there is possible na pag bumagsak yung West, babagsak ang buong company. So that's why napaka-importante ng data sa businesses. Because without data, business make decision based on assumption. And if the business have nalubat, kaya napaka-importante ng data sa businesses. Gagawin natin dito, magsasuggest tayo ni client na wag mag-focus sa West ng sa pag-invest. Dahil if magpo-focus tayo sa isang region, there's possible napaka-risky niyan. Dahil pag bumagsak yung West, babagsak din yung company. So that's why kailangan natin hatiin yung 200k na budget sa lahat ng region. So since si North yung pinakamaliit na revenue, so maglalagay tayo based lang to sa understanding ko. So pinaka the best na gagawin is mag-invest kay North at least 50%. And the West is 30 at maybe 10%. And yung sobra, hahati na yun sa ibang region na budget. So, that's why, yan yung dahilan kung bakit napaka-importante ng data sa businesses. Okay? So, next. So, let's proceed. So, parang di na to tutorial ng Power BI. Parang tinuturuan ko na din kayo kung paano maging business intelligence analysis. Actually, Power BI is only a tools. And ito yung ginagamit ng mga business intelligence analysis para gumawa ng decision sa businesses. So before tayo mag-proceed, so gusto ko lang i-explain sa inyo na hindi ako expert. Hindi pa ako expert sa business intelligence analysis, but may knowledge ako about dito since nag-aaral tayo ngayon ng business intelligence analysis training. Kasi if gusto nyo mag-train din, so if magtatanong kayo kung may bayad ba, yes, may bayad siya. So 9,000 plus yung babayaran nyo for the 3 months training. So pwede nyo akong i-message if interesado kayo din. So okay. So but kahit na di pa ako expert nito, I'm willing to share my knowledge, ang mga natutunan ko sa training ko. Let's proceed. So, next, let's analyze the revenue by region. So, ano nga ba yung pipiliin natin dito? So, pwede tayong gumamit ng pie charts dito. So, sa data pane nyo, hanapin nyo yung region name, ito, and drag nyo siya sa legend. So, yan. And next is drag nyo yung revenue into values. So, ito yun. So, ito na. So, visualization quickly show which region contributes the most revenue. So, dito natin makikita ang kung sino nga ba yung region na pinakamalaking revenue. So, diyan natin ilagay. So, kita na yan. North, East, so kita nyo. So, East, North, West, and South. And businesses also want to understand trends over time. So ano ba ang pwede natin gamitin dito? So, you can use line chart. So, click the line chart. So, ito na yun. And, palitin lang natin. And, drag the date. So, drag nyo yung date sa, sa excess. I mean, act. Next is the revenue. So, here. So, makikita nyo. So, now we can easily see whatever sales are increasing or decreasing each month. So, one of the Power BI most powerful feature is interactivity. So, let's add the slicer. So, wait. Add natin yung slicer. So, hanapin nito yung slicer. Saan na yan? So, ito. So, kita nyo ito yung parang imbudo. Imbudo. So, click nyo yan. Ay, namali. Wait. Namali. Click nyo yung parang imbudo. Ito. Ito yung slicer. So, ano bang pwede natin So, lagyan natin ito yung region. Sa revenue. So, ito. So, as you can see, so nakikita nyo to. So, sa slicer natin, meron tayong east, north, south, and west. So, bakit nga ba importante yung, bakit nga ba ito yung pinakamagandang feature sa VI? So, since dito, mag-filter natin kung saan yung gusto nating makita na sales or performance. So, let's click S. So, as you can see, so ito yung performance ng S. And if gusto nyo makita yung north, pindutin nyo lang yung north. Ano ba bang pwede natin i-add? Since may region na tayo, so ano pa bang pwede nating ano pa bang pwedeng gawa natin ng slicer? So, pwede product, diba? So, product. Since our client is gusto niyang malaman kung ano nga ba yung performance sa mga product. So, pwede nating i-add yung product name. So, yep. So, kita na yan. Ito lahat yung product ng ating client. So, if gusto makita ng client kung anong performance ng keyboard, pipindutin yung keyboard like that. So, ito yung performance ng keyboard. Same na din sa laptop, yep, monitor. So, napakalaking tulong to para sa ating mga client. Now, it's time to organize our report. So, place the KPI cards at the top, put the charts in the middle, and move the slicer to the side. And clean layout and makes the report easier to read and helps user find important information quickly. So, lagyan natin ito sa top. So, bakit nga ba sa top yung KPI? Diba? Bakit nga ba sa top natin ilalagay yung KPI? Since ang KPI kasi chat is one of the most important na sa mga company. Since dito, since ang KPI yung nagpapakita kung ano nga ba ang performance ng company. So that's why ilagay nyo yung KPI nyo sa itaas. And lagay nyo yung mga visualization dito sa sa gitna, and lagay nyo dito yung So nakikita nyo, napakalaki ng space natin. So fix natin yan. If gusto nyo lagyan ng design yung para mas presentable pa yung tingnan yung report nyo, so add kayo ng decoration like pangpaganda lang. So, orange, since revenue. Revenue ba yung orange? So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, revenue, orange ata. Or, yeah, yeah. Revenue, orange or red. Orange or red? Nakalimutan ko na. So, sige, lagyan natin red. Ano? Sige, red. So, if gusto nyo lagyan ng kulay yung ano nyo, yung para mas presentable patingnan. So, lagyan natin ng kulay itong slicer natin. So, ano nga bang magandang kulay? Wait. So, maybe green or so, I mean blue. Eyeline. So, pangit yung ano. So, green. Okay. Okay. Siguro kayo mag-design. Okay. Di talaga ako magaling ano sa mga kulay. But, hindi naman ito importante talaga. The important is yung report nyo. Yung laman ng dashboard nyo. Yung laman ng canvas nyo. Since, di naman to pagandahan ng ano, di naman to pagandahan ng um, canvas. I mean, ang labanan dito is, ano, pabilisan, maintindihan yung gawa nyong report. So, actually, walang kwenta yung ano. Pero actually, may mga client talaga na demanding. Gusto nila yung maganda yung ano, pagkagawa ng report. But yung iba, gusto lang talaga yung malinis at mabilis maintindihan na report. So, ito na yun. Listen. So, here's an important lesson that every Power BI developer should remember. Clients don't buy dashboard. They buy answer. A beautiful dashboard is useless if doesn't help solve a business problem. Always ask yourself what business question I'm helping answer. And when your dashboard provides clear answer, answer, that's when it creates real value. So, di ba? So, ang pinaka-importante talaga sa paggawa ng report is dapat mabilis maintindihan ng clients yung gawa mong report. So, kita nyo naman. So, napakabilis lang intindihin yung gawa nating report. So, dito yung revenue by date. So, kita nyo yan. So, yan. So, mabilis siya. So, may slicer. So, pwedeng i-filter ni client yung mga product or region na gusto niya makita. Performance. So, yeah. So, congratulations. You've just created your first interactive Power BI report. As you continue practicing, you become faster and more confident at building dashboard. So in the next video, I will show you how to make your report look professional by using formatting, themes, colors, titles, and design best practice. If you found this tutorial helpful, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next lesson. So thank you for watching and I see you in thank you for watching and I see you in the next video. Thank you.